Today on College Football 26, I'm going to be simulating the career of a 99 overall edge rusher. So let's find our guy immediately. We got to search by top prospects. I feel like I want to go with a pure power archetype edge rusher, which I'm going to be honest, I already looked at them. So it's going to be this guy, the 100th ranked guy, Devion Galladay out of Katy, Texas. He is 6'6", 240 pounds. He's got USC, LSU, Georgia, Ohio State, and Texas on his board so far. So let's get straight into his career. First of all, we got to see where he ends up committing. So let's get straight into that. I feel like I should do a 5-star edge rusher though, but I really want to see I want to see all the sacks. Pause. But anyway, here. Where did Deontay Galladay end up going? I actually reviewed his name, so I won't forget his name, unlike last episode with James Barmore, the 5-star receiver, which, by the way, this is a series, so if you're watching this right now, click one of these 5 videos. Well, the first video is the quarterback video, so click that if you haven't watched this series so far, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to click off the video. And now that you've clicked off the video and you're back, I'm just going to give you one more chance to click off the video. Alright, I guess you really don't want to watch those videos. No, I'm just kidding. No shame or whatever. I'm just messing around. But anyway, here. Where did Deontay Galladay go to? What did he have on his board? I can't remember. I just remember he was out of Katy, Texas. He was like, what, 6'6", 240? So let's see. Where did Deontay Galladay... Oh, no, it was Devion Galladay. Ah, crap. I ruined his name. But Devion Galladay... Well, I mean, to be fair, I only looked at his last name, not his first name. But Devion Galladay is going to stay home in Texas, going to the Texas Longhorns, which I'm pretty sure they... Oh, I know. He was drafted last year. What am I talking about? Devion Galladay, though, is a Texas Longhorn, so let's get into year number 1 of his sim, a 99 overall, a perfect 99 overall edge rusher. Let's get into it. And now let's go ahead and check how good is Texas, actually. They didn't really have they're not having the best season in real life, but they're actually an 87 overall with an 89 defense, which should maybe go up by like 2 or 3 overalls once we make Devion Galladay 99 overall. I actually got it on my second try, but Kyle Whittingham, Steve Sarkisian, how do you say that name? Steve Sarkisian is not the head coach of the Texas Longhorns anymore. It's Kyle Whittingham. I don't know where he is in real life. I don't know who this is. He made the college football playoff last year. He's an SEC coach. Oh, wait a minute. This is just Texas's history, not Kyle Whittingham. Okay, never mind. But anyway, he is signed to a 3-year deal, which, I mean, doesn't really matter. But was he a left edge rusher or a right edge rusher for Devion Cunningham? What's his name? Devion Galladay. Pure power out of Katy, Texas. 6'6", 242 pounds. He has normal development. Okay, we're gonna have to get that up, but conference prestige is an A+ for him. That is his deal breaker. I don't know if I like that number 91, but it won't matter. He's gonna be a perfect 99. But he has grip breaker, pocket disruptor, inside disruptor, workhorse, and hammer, which improved hit stick attempts. I love seeing those fumbles a lot. He looks like an edge rusher too. He's got that little buzz cut with the beard. He looks amazing. But anyway, let's now make him a 99 overall, which before we do that, actually, I might as well change his number. I don't know if I like the number 91 a lot. Okay, they don't have a number other than 91, actually. Or do they have 90? No. You know what? I think we should go with 0. Let's do that. 0. Devion Galladay, number 0. I like that. Let's go do that. We haven't had a number 0 in this series at all yet, but let's make him a perfect 99 overall now. And if you watch this series so far, you would know that that means 99 overall everything. So since he's an edge rusher, for my example, I guess I'll say that means like 99 throw power, 99 run block, 99 everything. As we're getting here, we're getting throwing power, accuracies, all that up. So yeah, that does mean he will be a perfect 99 overall, even though I got throw on the run there up to an 86 on accident instead of a 99. But anyway, I am very excited for this career sim. I already did it once, I'm going to be honest, and the VOD got corrupted. Is that the word? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, corrupted. So yeah, that's unfortunate. His name was Atia Ali. It was a good name too, but this guy's got a banger name too, Devion Galladay. But that's gonna do it. He is now a perfect 99 overall. We also got to make him the number 1 edge on the team, or sorry, the number 1 edge rusher on the team, which I mean, it doesn't matter either way. It's an edge, so I don't know why I said that. Arch Manning is actually still here at a 92 overall. Armin Henry is backing him up. I think this guy's gonna be good. Trust me, he's going to be good. I just have that gut feeling that he's going to be good. I don't know why, but Devion Galladay coming in at the #1 left edge rusher over Lance Jackson, a sophomore edge rusher. He has a workhorse, so I don't know how Davion Galladay has 0 abilities of a 99, which I know why we made him a 99, that's why. But anyway, let's get into year #1 of the simulation. I can't see the schedule, so fortunately we're not going to be jumping into that yet, so let's get into year #1. And as I am simulating, I might as well just say subscribe really quick, and also go over to my Twitch and follow that. It is linked in my description. If you're watching on the Twitch right now, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube. It is linked in the description on my Twitch as well, so yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. And Texas had a better season than last year in real life, that is. I don't know how they did last year. Didn't they say they made the college football playoff last year? I'm pretty sure that's what it was, but we ended up going 10-2, meaning we had 2 losses. We lost to South Carolina and Ole Miss, so 2 teams that's kind of not really surprising, honestly. We actually beat Ohio State, but we would actually go on to make the SEC championship, even with 2 conference losses, which, I mean, I guess that makes somewhat sense, I guess. But anyway, we are going to be playing Georgia in the SEC championship, so let's get straight into that. Before I do that, though, I did have to get the thumbnail, so I did put it on freshman, so I do have to put that back on Heisman. There are no gameplay sliders, so let me just show that really quick. No gameplay sliders at all. I thought I was an XP sliders. No gameplay sliders. Injuries are always on 40%, so just ignore those. But let's hop into this game against Georgia. What are we, an 89? They should be like a 99 at this point. Yeah. Oh no, they're a 96 and we're an 88. But anyway, let's get into this game. As here we go, SEC championship in year #1, 2 is absolutely insane, but it looks like we're going to go up 14-0 early, 14-7 now. It looks like they missed an extra point there. They're up 14-3 now, up 14-20 now. That's going to be the year end of half score. It's now 20-14, as we're going to end up going up, but that's going to be the end of the third quarter. So it looks like a really good defensive game so far, but anyway, 24-0, 31-20 now. It looks like we're going to sneak a win with a win, and we are. We kind of lost it in the first half, but we regained it in the first half, which means we didn't really regain it in the first half, so I don't know why I would say that. But anyway, we are going to win the SEC championship over undefeated #1 ranked Georgia, too, which is really surprising. And I want to get into, what's his name? I can't think of his name at all now, but anyway, where is he? Davion Galladay, that's his name. He had 4 total tackles, 3 TFLs, and 2 sacks. So he's actually really, really good. He now has bronze tier grip breaker 2 and silver tier hammer, which is that hit stick ability, so I really like that. But what a year #1 so far. This is really good. And UCLA's Nico Iamaleava actually ended up winning the Heisman. 3,500 passing yards and only 27 touchdowns. He had a 69% completion percentage, so he only had a 70, but it's not really the greatest Heisman season ever. I wonder if the guy behind him did better. Did this guy do any better? Zachariah Branch didn't go to the NFL, surprisingly, but oh my gosh, Zachariah Branch had a way better season. How did he win the Heisman? I mean, I guess 3,000 yards is pretty hard, but I mean, even Kevin Jennings, he had arguably a better season. I mean, not really, but I mean, Dante Moore, I feel like he should have won the Heisman. It was either Dante Moore or Zachariah Branch, but we're not simulating their careers. We are simulating the career of Devontae Galladay, but we have the 4th seed in the college football playoff, meaning, of course, we have a bye. And we're actually going to be playing the winners of BYU and Louisiana, so let's see who we are going to end up playing. Louisiana is actually 23rd ranked, making the college football playoff. I never really see that. Actually, you do kind of see that a lot in college football 26, but let's see who we're going to be playing. And let's see where we're going to be playing. We're going to be playing BYU in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl. They ended up taking down Louisiana. Let's check the score of that game. It ended up being BYU winning it 42-20. What a game, but let's take a look at the other matchup. It's going to be Texas Tech or USC if we win the Cotton Bowl, that is, in the EA Sports Bowl. I don't know what the semifinal bowl games are, which apparently they switch a lot, but anyway, it's also going to be Duke versus Georgia and Clemson versus UCLA in the lower half, I guess you can say, of the college football playoff or whatever. But anyway, here, let's get into this game against BYU. I wasn't going to jump into this one. Actually, no, let's not jump into this one. I guess let's just jump into a game if we make a national championship. Yeah, let's do that. Unfortunately, USC would end up taking us down 28-22, which they're 14-2. They have played a full season, as well as Clemson, who took down Georgia 33-13. So it's going to be Clemson versus USC in the national championship. But I want to see who won the college football playoff year #1. That is the trophy room, not the college football history, but let's see who won the national championship in year #1. It ended up being Penn State over Texas Tech 34-24. Texas Tech always makes it in these simulations, which, I mean, I guess that's kind of realistic. And the winner of the national championship is going to end up being USC over Clemson 38-35. We still haven't gotten into Deontay's stats. I'm going to call him Deontay a lot. Davion Galladay's stats. He ended up having 67 tackles. Shut it. 49 solo tackles, 18 assisted tackles, 32 TFLs, which, I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of TFLs. You're leading your other guy who got 13 TFLs. What is that, like 19 or something? I don't know. I can't do math quick. 16 and a half total sacks, though. Didn't have a pick, which means he's an edge rusher, so obviously not. But he actually forced a fumble. Which one does he have? Silver hammer? Yes, he has silver tier hammer. He actually got 2 block kicks, too. That's kind of surprising, but obviously he did play a full season with the team. That is, he played 15 games, so really good season for your number 1. Obviously, his deal breaker, what was it, conference procedure? Yes, it's an A+ for that, so it doesn't look like he's going to be transferring anytime soon, but hey, you never know. And no, Devion Galladay is not going to transfer, but Arch Manning is looking to go to the draft, which, I mean, it's realistic that he would stay a year, but he is going to go to the draft, which I will be doing the players' leavings. Don't worry, Texas fans. I won't do you that dirty, all right? And now with a sophomore, Devion Galladay is still a perfect 99, which I just now realized. I didn't check if he was an All-American, but it looks like he wasn't. He also got his dev trait upgraded to Impact Dev, which is still a 99, but he now has Platinum Tier Grip Breaker, Bronze Tier Pocket Disruptor, Inside Disruptor, and Workhorse, and now he has Platinum Tier Hammer for those hit stick attempts. I'm really excited for that. How do we go up in overall but have a worse... I love this game. Michigan, we ended up losing to Michigan, Alabama, Oklahoma, which, I mean, you're in the SEC, so you're going to have a random little schedule every year. I meant record, not schedule every year, but we also lost to LSU, number 12-0 LSU, so... yeah, no, we're not going to be making the SEC championship, but we still could make a bowl game. And Marcel Reed, I think, out of Auburn, maybe? No, it's not Auburn, but he would end up winning the Heisman. He had 4,000 passing yards and 30 touchdowns. I mean, a more deserving Heisman winner than the last Heisman winner, but we're going to end up making the Las Vegas Bowl against New Mexico, so, I mean, I don't feel like we got to jump into this one. I feel like it should be obvious who's going to win this one, as we're Texas and they're New Mexico. We're 8-4, they're 7-5, so I mean, a 1-win difference. That's kind of scary, but are we going to end up winning the Las Vegas Bowl? It looks like we are, and you know Armin Henry is going to break the single season, whatever it was, record, but are we going to win? It looks like we are, and okay, yes, this time we are. We are going to go, what were we, 9-4 on the season now? Yes, 9-4 on the season. I need to check, how did we do in the game against, what was it, New Mexico and the Las Vegas Bowl? Yes, New Mexico and the Las Vegas Bowl. We ended up beating them 31-14, just to make sure I didn't force win or anything. But anyway, now we got to get into Devion Galladay's stats on the season, playing a few less games, but I feel like he's have a more, like a similar season, I guess. Not like a better season, but he ended up having 37 total tackles, 26 to solo, and 11 assisted, 16 TFLs, 7.5 sacks, so he had a worse season, which, I mean, to be fair, he played less games, but, I mean, it was definitely a down year. I feel like if he played 15 games, he still wouldn't have been the best. But anyway, he actually had a pass deflection, and he also did not have anything else. Okay, 876 snaps. So yeah, he played 200 less snaps. So I mean, I guess I don't blame him. The LSU Tigers are gonna go 16-0, beating Michigan in the national championship, 49-31 in their home field too, which is not home field, but it's home state advantage in New Orleans. Or I guess it wouldn't be home state advantage, would just be home state, not home city, but whatever. Devion Galladay, yes, Devion Galladay is not going to be transferring, but anyway, here, let's get into year number 3, which could be his last year, so I guess it's going to be a banger. We went down half a star, okay. What was his name? I can't remember our coach's name for life. Why does it take so long? Like, up there, yeah, it takes so long to get up there. Kyle Whittingham is still on our team, okay. Unfortunately, Devion doesn't have all of his abilities maxed out, but he's pretty dang close. As now, first of all, did he upgrade his development trait? No, it's still impact development, unfortunately. But, you know, his platinum tier grip breaker, pocket disruptor, and hammer, as he has gold tier workhorse and silver tier inside disruptor. So, in what could potentially be his last year, let's hopefully go out with a bang. Thankfully, we're ranked 24th this time, but I mean, it doesn't really matter since you go 8-4. Only loss coming to Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Georgia, and 20 Arkansas, actually. Beat 22 Kentucky. There's a lot of ranked SEC teams that aren't usually ranked, which, I mean, it's only Arkansas in Tennessee, but hey, whatever. Let's see if we make another bowl game, which, I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed. Actually, it's 100% guaranteed. Yeah, no way we don't make a bowl game, which, first of all, Nick Cabrera, Colorado State wide receiver, winning the Heisman with 1,700 yards, 17 touches. It's always like the weird group of 5 receivers that win the Heisman like 3 years into their sims, but we're pretty much guaranteed to make a bowl. I'll explain that if we do. So yeah, we do make a bowl game. We're going to be playing number 12 Penn State in the Music City Bowl, which we're in the SEC for 1, we're ranked number 2, and we're above 500, so we're pretty much guaranteed to make a bowl game. But it's actually a week 2 bowl game, so you know what, since it is James Cabrera, no, that's not his name, that's the Heisman winner, Devion Galladay, I said that like an Australian, Devion Galladay's last season. Let's jump into his potentially last game of his career, college career. And let's get into this game. I think it's going to be a banger, honestly, between Texas and Penn State. Okay, I mean, it's two teams that aren't doing the best in real life, so that's kind of funny, but 14-0 early, it's a little it goes a little downhill after that. But anyway, so never mind. Okay, 24-0 at the end of the first half. Not in our favor though, but are we just gonna kick a field goal and that's all we're gonna do? We're down 34-3. This, oh gosh, hey, we get a touchdown though, but oh no, it looks like Devi and Galladay might have not had the best game either. A 34-10 loss in the Music City Bowl. So 8-5 this season. What is going on with Texas? Which I know why. Is because I'm using Texas and using auto recruiter, so it's not the greatest. So that's on me. I'll make sure to fix it next episode, which is what I said last episode. So on Phonum, I will, or something like that. But anyway, 4 total tackles, 3 assisted tackles, 1 assisted tackle, 2 TFLs, and a sack. Anything else after that? No, he did not have anything else after that. Pretty disappointing game, which, I mean, what are you going to do when you lose 34-10? And in his final year, Devion Galladay, oh no, this isn't looking the greatest. I mean, I guess it's okay. 45 total tackles, 28 a solo tackle, 17 assisted tackles, 23 TFLs is super good. 9.5 sacks only though. You're not even leaving your team in sacks, but he got a defensive touchdown at least. He also got a fumble, so it must have been a fumble 6. So that's really, really good. But anyway, he's most likely going to leave after the end of the season since he is a 99 overall junior. They always leave. And the national championship would end up going to Clemson over Alabama 52-21 in a blowout dub for Dabo Swinney. I did not say blowout right there. And yeah, I'm not surprised if Devion Galladay is going to leave. Oh, he actually has an extremely low persuasion chance, so he actually could stay. You never know. Wait, is he going to stay? Okay, I was going to say for the first time in this series, somebody might actually stay for their senior year, but not going to happen as Devion Galladay is going to leave for the draft. So let's go import him into Madden NFL 26. I didn't have to add the NFL into that. And here he is, Devion Galladay, the junior out of Texas at a 99 overall, 6'6", 250 pounds, I think. I don't remember. Honestly, I don't have good memory. 6'6", 250. And actually saved this time. I actually did the right height and weight this time. It actually saved the right height and weight is what I meant to say. Yes, it actually did it for once in Madden history. It never does that in like any of my sims if you watch them. Like I make them like what, 6'2", and then it makes them like 6'1", 199 or something like a pound off and an inch off. But here he is, Devion Galladay, the projected #1 overall pick at a perfect 90. Did I say 97? 97? Yeah, there's a fluke. Where's that 97 juke move? It doesn't matter. He's not on offense. It's not that deep. He's a perfect 99. It does not matter. Let's see where Devion Let's see where Devion, I already forgot, it's Devion Galladay. Let's see where he gets drafted. Let's get into the 2026 NFL draft. First of all, oh my gosh, did I forget to turn on? Okay, no. Oh, that could be a good one. The next Aaron Donald. Going to Aaron Donald's team. That would be peak. Hold on. Do they have a good left edge rusher? That would be insane if the Rams end up getting him. That would be really exciting. Let's see. The Rams. No, they have Jared Verse, but I mean, you could play him at right edge. But you already have Byron Young, so they're probably not going to select him. You already have insane edge rushers, so I don't want to waste his career. But he's a perfect 99. He'll just pass that to him. That's got to be Devion Galladay. That buzz cut and the beard combo, yep, that's him. That's 100% him. L-Drip, by the way, which, I mean, I don't really care about clothing, but whatever. Devion Galladay will be drafted by the Los Angeles Rams, first overall in the 2026 draft. And Devion Galladay, the first overall pick in the 2026 NFL draft in development. He's actually going to wear 98. Is that Aaron Donald's number? I almost called him Darnold. No, did he wear 99 or 98? I'm in like a dilemma right now. I don't know which one he wore, but Devion Galladay ended up signing a 4-year deal worth $11.3 million. So let's get straight into your #1. Is Matthew Stafford still a quarterback? Yes, an 89. He's an 89 at the age of 30, like Aaron Rodgers. And I want to mess with Devion Galladay's traits too. So let's do the showboat. First of all, that's really fun to do that, but celebration time. Now let's do this big hitter. Yes, we need that. Power rusher or finesse move? I say we do finesse. And then, no, we're not doing spin moves. No bowls, no clubs. Do we do clubs? No, let's not do clubs. What's this? Fly swatter? Players with this trait have higher tendency to rate. That was not English. No, we don't need that, though. Higher tendency to use effort on pass rushes. I think that's good. Gas Guzzler? What a name for that. No. You know what? Let's go with undisciplined. We got... No. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Is there like a thing? Is there anything else I missed or anything? No, I don't think. I think that's all we need. Showboat, big hitter, finesse rusher, and gas guzzler. So that's going to be his traits. I just wanted to mess with them. I don't usually mess with them, but this is one I've been looking forward to do. So yeah, I'm going to mess with them. It's a learning experience, okay, chat? But with that, let's get into year number 1. Ignore the stutter as well. Screw you. The Rams would actually go 11-6 year number 1. Similar to the real life, I'm pretty sure they went 11-6 last year. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But they're actually going to be playing Matthew Stafford's former team, the Detroit Lions, in the wild card round as the number 3 seed. We are the number 6 seed, so we don't have home field. Oh my gosh, Matthew Stafford went off this season, but we don't care about offense. We only care about defense. As where is Jeremy Galladay? That's his first name is not Jeremy. Where is he? Did he even get any snaps? Where is he? Oh, he's up here. Devion Galladay. 95 total tackles with 45 assisted tackles and 41 assisted tackles. 12 TFLs. I said assisted tackles twice. I meant 54 solo tackles and 41 assisted tackles, but 12 TFLs. Best on his team, most likely? Yes, no, he's tied for best on his team with Kobe Turner, Wake Forest defensive tackle. He had 21.5 sacks. I'm pretty sure that's not... I think the record's, what, 29? He actually had a pass deflection, too. He didn't have any forced fumbles, but, hey, he did have safety on a full regular season. So, let's see if he makes the playoffs here, number 1. Well, he did make the playoffs. I meant the Super Bowl, which, unlike College Football 26, I'm only going to be showing Super Bowls, not playoff games or bowl games. I mean, I'm not really surprised we get bounced, which, I mean, it's not really getting bounced in the first round, but we ended up losing in the first round to the Lions 20-14. And the Chargers are going to end up winning the Super Bowl over the Philadelphia Eagles 24-17. Defensive Rookie of the Year would go to Devion Galladay, though. Unfortunately, he would not win Defensive Player of the Year. I suck at speaking English, but hey, whatever. Tahib Still. I've never heard of that guy in my life, but that's a cool name, I guess. But if you're wondering who won the Super Bowl year number 1 before we got to the draft, it would end up being the Kansas City Chiefs beating the Seattle Seahawks 37-18. And, of course, Devion Galladay still perfect 99, which I'm not going to be showing dev trait upgrades, overall upgrades the whole season. Do not worry. But anyway, I just want to take a look at his abilities. He has blitz for his superstar X Factor ability. I like this. But he also has recuperation, strip specialist, extra credit, and inside stuff for his superstar abilities. Honestly, I have no clue what any of these do, but honestly, you can just read it. I read them when I edit them all the time, but I don't know what they are, honestly. But obviously, he still has 3 years left on his contract. So with that, let's get into year number 2 of Devion Galladay's long career. I also want to see if Matthew Stafford he's still here at an 85 overall at the age of 39. We also got a rookie quarterback in CJ Jowers doing the Jordan Love method, I guess. And the Rams are going to go 10-7 now, but we're going to end up missing the playoffs. Which, I mean, yeah, the Packers had an 11-6 record. Wow, the 7 seed is going to have an 11-7 record, but unfortunately, that means we're going to miss out on the playoffs. Grandpa Matthew Stafford looks to be regressing a bit, but I mean, 10-7 season is still insane. But Devion Galladay having his best season. Oh my gosh, 32.5 sacks. That is the record, I'm pretty sure, for most sacks in a season. 114 total tackles, so 6-7 solo tackles. Shut up. 47 assisted tackles, 17 TFLs, probably leading his team once again. Yes, sir. Obviously leading his team in sacks with 32.5. He forced a fumble, too. He blocked a kick. This dude did it all this season. Oh, my goodness. On a full season. Somehow your team misses out on the playoffs. This guy's putting up Aaron Donald stats on Aaron Donald's former team, which is just the Rams don't stop producing edge rusher talent, I guess. And Super Bowl 62 would end up going to the Chargers. What is this, 2 years in a row? Yes, 2 years in a row. Over the Falcons this time, 27-24. And Nakobe Dean actually ended up winning Super Bowl MVP, the Mike linebacker. And obviously, Devion Galladay would end up winning Defensive Player of the Year. What a season. 32.5 sacks. It's like unheard of. The Rams are going to have a better season, which, by the way, Matthew Stafford's still at quarterback at 40 years old and 80 overall. I found that funny. But anyway, the Rams will end up going 12-5 on the season. 3rd seed in the NFC, which we're going to be playing the Chicago Bears in the wild card round, which Matthew Stafford's still doing pretty good. CJ Jowers, this rookie quarterback, I'm pretty sure he had starter with, and he was 71, right? No, he's a 75 now, so Jordan Love method looking to pay off. But anyway, here's CJ Galladay. His name's not even CJ. Devion Galladay, 112 sacks, 112 tackles, 65 tackles, 47 assisted tackles, 23 TFLs, a better TFL season, a bit of a worse sack season, but 25.5 is still absolutely insane. He forced a fumble too, even got a safety, he did a bit of everything, but he also missed a game, so It's kind of more impressive than last season, which I mean, it's not more impressive sacks-wise, but it's more impressive literally everything else, but hey, whatever. And the Bears are going to end up taking us down in the wild card round, to my surprise. I thought we could end up winning it, but no, and possibly Matthew Stafford's last year, you can't get a Super Bowl, but 39-22 loss for us, and it's actually going to be the number 1 Carolina Panthers versus the 7th-seeded Kansas City Chiefs. I said number 1 like it's college football on accident, but yeah, no, I'm surprised the roles aren't reversed, but hey, whatever, it's like 4 years into the future. I actually think, doesn't Devin Galladay's contract go out after this year, like his second last year or something? Let me go ahead and check that real quick, sorry about that. Okay, no, second last year, so next year will be his last year's contract, but let's see who makes the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be the Panthers. And yes, the Panthers will end up winning the Super Bowl over the Chiefs, 31-21. Mike Johnson, a running back, I guess that's a randomly generated guy, but for the second year in a row, Devin Galladay, Defensive Player of the Year. Here we go. I wish he would have won it in year number 1, but yeah, I guess you can't have everything, which I mean, it's 2 Defensive Player of the Years in a row. Still good. I mean, it's not the greatest for a perfect 99, but it's insane for a 99. And I guess Matthew Stafford retired as we're missing out on the playoffs, going 8-9, 11 seed. Yeah, CJ, he was insane. Oh my gosh. I mean, you might as well cool it on the interceptions, but hey, but I always hate that when you actually accidentally go on to like another stat or like defensive position or something, and like freezes there for a few seconds. I hate that, but 69 solo tackles for Devin Galladay, 46 assisted tackles, 115 total tackles, 19 TFLs, 25 sacks. He also got a pass deflection, 2 fumbles, his career high, not a season high, career high, but he played a full season this year. I think, well, no, he's played a whole season last year. It's not really that impressive, but hey, whatever. We missed out on the playoffs, so that's really disappointing. And for the 3rd time in a row, Devin Galladay would win Defensive Player of the Year, but the Bills would end up winning the Super Bowl over the New York Giants, 31-25. 3 years in a row for Defensive Player of the Year. Still no Super Bowl, though. But it is the last year of his contract, I'm pretty sure, so let's see if he re-signs. And a way better season for TJ or whatever his name is in the Rams, but we're not focused on him. We're only focused on Devin Galladay in the Rams, but we went 14-3, and we're going to be getting the bye. Both Los Angeles teams actually got a bye, so that's actually really surprising. Sorry for the bunch of cuts there, but CJ Jowers was insane, too. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, Devin Galladay, we're not worried about him. Davion Galladay, sorry, not Devin Galladay. 117 total tackles, 75 solo tackles, 42 assisted, 19 TFLs, 32.5 sacks for the second time in his entire career. 5 forced fumbles in one career. He only had 3 fumble yards. Somehow 2, which I mean, he only recovered 2. That's why, which I mean, still a little disappointing, but whatever. 17 games played. For the second time in his career, he got 32.5 total sacks. He broke the record not once, but twice. And he's only the age of 24, going on to 25. And we almost made it to a Super Bowl. We were so close. We lost in the NFC Championship by a touchdown, not even a full touchdown, either 41-35 the score, though. It's going to be the Giants and the Browns in the Super Bowl. It's always the Giants and the Browns in like year number 5. It's Madden. Madden, what you really expect. I mean, the Giants are kind of realistic, but they're actually going to win the Super Bowl over the Browns, 33-9. Cam Scatterbo winning the Super Bowl MVP. Devin Galladay, 4th time in a row, Defensive Player of the Year. Here we go. Now it is the last year of his contract. Unlike what I said last time, I might have cut it out, but whatever. Let's see if he re-signs or if he goes somewhere else. And Devin Galladay would end up re-signing with the Rams, still at a perfect 99. I guess you can officially say he's still in his prime. I guess his prime started like the year he got drafted, but I mean, he usually signs for like a 6-year deal, and he's going to sign for 5 years, which I mean, you don't really know. You don't really know Devin Galladay's like motivations or whatever, which I mean, they're right there. I don't know what I was going to talk about, but Devin Galladay would end up signing with a 5-year deal with the Rams worth $46 million. So big contract for him, keeping him until the age of 30. Let's get into year number 6, which I think it's year number 6. I don't know. You can see it right at the top of the screen. But anyway, the Rams would end up going 14-3 on the season, 2nd seed in the NFC, playing the Rams. Once again, sorry, the Lions. I always get my team names mixed up whenever I'm looking at different names or logos or whatnot. I don't know. I've heard people say I'm on the spectrum, but 101 total tackles, 69 solo tackles, 32 assisted tackles, 23 TFLs, 22.5 sacks, 10 away from breaking the record for the 3rd time in his career. But he also got a fumble, but yeah, nothing else. He only played 15 games too. So that breaking the record again, it could have been possible. Not really though, honestly, now that I think of it, but he could win Defensive Player of the Year for the 5th time, or no, it would be the 4th. No, yeah, 5th time in a row, yeah. Because this is year number 6. He didn't win it year number 1. Okay, we lost to the Lions 26-13 in the wild card round is going to be the number 1 seeded New Orleans Saints versus the 2 seeded Raiders. You didn't hear that stutter. You're insane. The Saints would end up winning the Super Bowl over the Raiders 28-14, and Devian Galladay 5 times in a row, Defensive Player of the Year. Here we go. This is way better than my last sim, which I'm going to be honest, my last sim, it did get corrupted, but he only won like 3 Defensive Player of the Years in that simulation. It was this guy named Athia Ali. He went to Notre Dame, transferred to Georgia. He got drafted by the New York Giants, if my memory serves me correctly, but unfortunately the VOD got corrupted, so I couldn't save it, couldn't edit it, so yeah, that's also why I haven't been uploading, if you're wondering. So yeah, let's get into year number 7 now. And what happened? We're going to go 9-8 now. I don't know what happened. CJ Jowers was still good. Probably was. I can't think of his name now. I took a little break. Devian Galladay. That's his name. Okay. 103 total tackles, 59 solo tackles, 44 tackles. Bit of a down year, which I mean, this isn't really considered a down year for anyone else, but for Devian Galladay, I'm sure he's pissed. 22 total sacks, but nothing else other than that. No, he had a safety. He also missed 1 less game, so I mean, it's not really as bad as a down year, but still a down year regardless, which, as I already said, not a down year compared to anyone else. And the Chicago Bears are going to end up winning the Super Bowl this year over the Browns 23-20. Caleb Williams winning that Super Bowl MVP 6th year in a row. Devian Galladay, Defensive Player of the Year. It's never going to stop. I mean, at least we made the playoffs this year, but 9-8, I don't know. We're going to get the 7th seed, but we're going to be playing the number 2 seeded Panthers in the first round of the wild card. What happened to CJ Jowers? No wonder we sucked. Taven Kelly, a Coastal Carolina rookie quarterback, actually got some playing time. He wasn't the worst, I'd say, but TJ Galladay, I always call him TJ Galladay for some reason. I'm thinking of TJ Watt most likely, but you didn't hear that voice crack here and saying Devian Galladay ended up having 121 total tackles, 66 solo, 55 assisted tackles, 23 TFLs, 23 and a half sacks. Still insane, but 2 fumbles, 2 forced fumbles. When did he have like 5 forced fumbles? Like 2-3 years ago? 6-7 years ago? Yeah, shut it. I hate that number. Now, no, I don't hate it. Honestly, I still say it. I just say it for to make fun of people who genuinely say it. Genuinely, like copy the mechanism. And I wasn't expecting this. We're going to make the Super Bowl. We actually have a 1 overall advantage over this New York Jets team. It's 7 versus 3 seed. So actually a 3rd seed in the AFC is good enough for 10-7, I guess. But anyway, let's get into our first Super Bowl. I'm surprised this is our first one. DJ Galladay, I keep on calling him TJ. Devian Galladay is at the age of 27, which I mean, it's just your defense, not all your offense, only your defense. But let's get into the Super Bowl. This would be what? Super Bowl? I don't know. We'll find out. Oh, okay. We're playing in the Bucs Stadium. I like this. But anyway, let's get into the Super Bowl now. We're going to go up 3-0. Hopefully our defense is really good for Devion St. Clair. That's Tavian St. Clair. But it's looking pretty good. We're going to go up 17-3 at the end of the half, which, by the way, this is on 12-minute quarters instead of 10-minute quarters and 20 seconds Excel clock instead of 10-second Excel clock. But we're going to win the Super Bowl. I took too long talking there, but we're going to win the Super Bowl over the Jets 24-10. So defense 100% looks really good. There's Aaron Donald. Oh, no, that's not him. That's 22, not 98. I don't know how I saw a 98, but hey, whatever. We are the Super Bowl champions in year number 8. And let's see how Nick Reverson. Oh, I just read the first. See, I always read the first names I see, but Devian Galladay ended up having 5 total tackles, 3 solo tackles, and 2 assisted tackles, a TFL, and a sack. So, kind of a disappointing game, but that doesn't mean he can't win Defensive Player of the Year now. And Nick Reverson was actually the guy who ended up winning Super Bowl MVP. That doesn't matter, though. Defensive Player of the Year would go to Devian Galladay. I don't think a single guy in any of these simulations, at least any of my 99 overall simulations, no, matter of fact, all my simulations, no one's ever won Super Bowl MVP. My voice cut out there. I don't know what happened there. It wasn't even like the audio that cut out. It was my actual voice, so that was a little weird. And a 15-2 season is going to lead to a first-round bye in the NFL playoffs. I always keep on wanting to say college football playoff for whatever reason. CJ Jowers also had the best offensive stats, passing yards in the entire league, so hopefully Devian Galladay did too. He did 136 solo tackles, 83 solo, 53 assisted, also 136 total, not solo, but 27 TFLs, 40 sacks. This guy had 40 sacks and he had his first career interception a deflection, a pass deflection too, on a full season. This dude had 40 sacks. He broke the sack record 3 times in his career, and he is only 28 years old and second to last year of his contract, by the way, second to last year. But anyway, let's see if we can go back-to-back winning Super Bowls, or at least make back-to-back Super Bowls. I guess I probably jinxed that again. Okay, you know what? I think I should just shut up because, yeah, I jinxed it. The Saints would end up winning the Super Bowl over the Rams. Or, sorry, no, the Saints would end up beating us 27-16 in the first round of the divisional. But it's going to be the Packers and the Raiders in Super Bowl 69. Nice. The Packers would end up taking home Super Bowl 69. Yes, I know, I still say that. I'm immature, okay? Devion Galladay actually won NFL MVP, though, and Defensive Player of the Year. So, he brought home NFL MVP. But somehow you don't win Defensive Player of the Year 9 times in a row. No, I'm just kidding. But still winning it 9, or wait, no, that would be 10 times in a row. Or would it be 9 times? No, it would be, no, this would be an 8th time in a row, I'm pretty sure. I have no clue, to be honest. But yeah, Packers would end up winning the Super Bowl. And Devion Galladay, NFL MVP. I've never seen a defensive player win MVP, but he's insane. He deserves it. Not a bad season, as the Rams will go 11-6 on the season's second seed in the NFC. We're going to be playing the Dallas Cowboys. As I was going to say, we are going to be playing the Dallas Cowboys in the wild card round. They are the 7th seed. We're the 2nd seed. What's going on with Cow? Oh, he just missed a few games. Okay. Doesn't matter. What do we have? Oh, no, he's not a rookie. It's Tavion Kelly out of Coastal Carolina still. But anyway, Devion Galladay, still insane. 129 total tackles, 83 solo tackles, 46 assist tackles, 22 TFLs, 24 sacks, and nothing else after that. No, he had a fumble, so that's good. Full season played, actually, for once in his life. Didn't he play 2 or 1 less game last season, so he almost got 40 sacks? Probably not, but whatever. Now, I was saying off camera, it doesn't make sense that we would make a Super Bowl as a 98 team with a guy that had 22 sacks, but when we have 40 sacks, 15-2 team, we somehow don't make a Super Bowl. Sorry for the cuts there, by the way, but yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't make sense, but maybe it's just me. But maybe it's just me jinxing us, as we are now in the Super Bowl 70, by the way, playing the Bills. 1 overall less than us, so we do have the advantage once again. So let's go ahead and get straight into this one once again. 2nd Super Bowl of this sim. I don't know if we're in Atlanta or New Orleans, but it doesn't matter. Let's get into this game. Oh no, we're in Atlanta, but we're gonna go up 17-0 early. No, 14-0 early. I said 17 instead of 7, but shut up. 17-7 now. We have a really good defense with Devion. Oh, I jinxed that. Okay, 17-7. That's gonna be the end of the 3rd quarter score, most likely. Yes, it is. But they're gonna go up 20-17 now. Oh no, this isn't looking too good. We can still come back and win, but we do not. The Bills, we're going to choke the Super Bowl. The Bills are going to end up winning the Super Bowl 23-17. A heartbreaking loss for the Rams, trying to get their 2nd Super Bowl, but I mean, I hate to say it, but at least we got one. I'm trying to find positive in a time of dark, but hey, whatever. I try my best, all right. As for Devion Galladay's stats on the game, he ended up only having 3 solo tackles, 2 assist tackles, 5 total tackles, which is pretty good for his game, but only have a sack, which this is his contract year, so he could leave. I mean, honestly, he's probably going to stay. It's just going to depend on the cap, honestly. But let's see if he stays or he goes. But, of course, before we do that, we got to see the season recap for Super Bowl 70. Oh, I thought we didn't get Defensive Player of the Year. But we did! For the 9th year in a row, Devion Galladay is a Defensive Player of the Year. But now, let's see how much cap space today. $7 million. Oh, no. I really hope, honestly, that Devion Galladay stays, but not looking too likely, I'm going to be honest. I don't know where they pulled the money from, but Devion Galladay will be re-signing with the Rams. Now the age of 30 as well, so he's reaching UNC status. But it's only a 3-year deal worth $46.3 million, so not the highest, but still really good, which for years it's not high, but the money's still high, which I mean, in NFL standards, I guess that's not really, which I have no clue, honestly. But CJ Jowers went down. Oh my gosh, he took a beating. 82 now? He was like an 88, like last year. The Rams ended up going 10-7, though. How does an 11-6 team get the number 1 seed in the NFC? That's like, it's like there's so many upsets in the future when you get to the future in Madden. But we're going to be playing the number 4 seeded Lions. We played the Lions like 3 or 4. No, yeah, it was 3 because we played at year number 1 a few years ago, and we're going to play them again. But Devion Galladay would actually lead his team in tackles with 117, 77 totals, and 40 assisted tackles, 25 TFLs, and 24.5 sacks. Really solid season. 2 deflections and 2 fumbles. I wish he had a number season where he had 5 fumbles, not 50. 50 would be insane though. So Yeah, you would make like every quarterback fumble if that was true. And I don't know what's with us losing to the Lions, but we're going to be losing to them again. Losing in the wild card round to the Detroit Lions, 17-13. The Chargers are going to end up winning the Super Bowl without Justin Herbert, by the way. Which, I mean, doesn't matter. But they're going to end up winning the Super Bowl over the Panthers, 24-21. And Devian Galladay will end up winning his 10th in a row for Defensive Player of the Year. Or was it 11? No, it's 10 because it's his 11th year. I think that's how that works, but it is time to see if he retires. Oh, that's the Raiders, but yeah, no, he's not going to retire. I forgot to save, so thank God he didn't retire, which, I mean, they don't really usually retire unless it's like their last year of their contract. Rams are going to end up making the playoffs once again, going 12-5, second seed in the NFC. We're going to be playing the Minnesota Vikings, the 8-9 Minnesota Vikings had an 88 overall, the same overall as us, and they get the 7th seed. CJ Jarvis, by the way, this guy went from like an 89 overall to an 82 overall in 2 years, which, I mean, I guess it's realistic. It's not, but like he went from like an 89 to like an 81, like in one season. 41 sacks! 4th time today he's broke the record for sacks. I don't know any of the career records for tackles or TFLs, I'm going to be honest, but 28 TFLs, 136 tackles, 93 solos, 43 assisted, 2 deflections. He only had a fumble. He probably has the most fumbles in a season, too, with, what did he have, 5 in his 4th or 5th season, I'm pretty sure, but 6th or 7th season? No, I'm just kidding. Sean McVay is the 3rd best head coach of all time, by the way. Andy Reid actually he always surpasses John Madden, honestly, but whatever. And I didn't say the SB word this time, but we would lose in the NFC Championship to the Cardinals, 41-25. 41, just like the amount of sacks that Devian Galladay had. And also, the other number, other than 67, I'm pretty sure. 41, but I have, you know the song, shut up, I hate that. Just gonna don't hate it, I just say it because other people say it. I don't even know what it means, but anyway. I'm yapping. The Cardinals are going to be in the Super Bowl against the Cleveland Browns. Let's see if Devian Galladay can also win MVP for two times in a row for a defensive player. Would be insane. Probably not going to happen. I really hope it does, though. Devian Galladay wins 2 NFL MVPs as a defensive player. Obviously, that means he would win Defensive Player of the Year. So, yeah, anyway, the Cardinals, who eliminated us when winning the Super Bowl over the Browns 35-20. He's basically just Aaron Donald if Aaron Donald had, like, a good team. And actually won a Super... Oh, no, he did win a Super Bowl. What am I talking about? But anyway, we have to see if he retires as early as Aaron Donald did. But anyway, did he retire? He did not retire. They usually don't retire until his last year of his contract, which I already said that. But hey, whatever. Let's get into his next season. And I guess this is what happens to the Rams when you have a 70 overall quarterback, which I'm assuming he's 70 overall. But 7-10 record for the Los Angeles... Oh, my gosh. This guy went off. Is he a 70? Yeah, he's a 79 overall. He's still a super... Probably because he has still... Superstar X Factor, so that's most likely why. But Galladay, and potentially his last year, 106 total tackles, 66 solo tackles, 40 assisted, 14 TFLs. A bit of a down year on the TFLs, which, once again, good for literally anyone else, but 28 total sacks. Once again, down year, good for anyone else. 1 deflection, 2 forced fumbles. Missed a game, unfortunately, but that's going to do it for year number 13. The Titans are going to end up winning the Super Bowl. Isaiah Newsom, isn't that a real person? I don't know, I think I've heard that name, probably not, but the Titans are going to end up winning the Super Bowl over the Giants 24-13, and for what could possibly be the last time in his career, Defensive Player of the Year would go to Devian. God, am I even saying that right? Is it Devian? Something? I don't know, but he's not going to retire. He is going to continue playing. Good. I want to see this go into the 2040s. Time for the moment of truth. The Rams defense is a 79, so... I think that means he might have left. Yes, he did end up leaving, so let's go see where he ended up going. He did not go to the Titans or Wolves. Wolves? What am I on about? The Vikings is what I meant to say. He ended up going to the Carolina Panthers. Okay, let's see how the Carolina Panthers are. Ooh, number 90. I like that. I really like that number. That is a really cool number. But anyway, here. Let's see how much he signed. He signed for a 2-year deal worth $46.2 million. This got me thinking that Aaron Donald, I wish he still I keep on calling him Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald, I wish he still played, but the Panthers wound up going 11-6, 6th seed in the wildcard round. We're going to be playing the Washington Commanders, 88 overall Washington Commanders in the first round. Well, obviously the first round, I meant the wildcard round. It doesn't matter. I'll just say first round either way, but anyway. What's going on? 83 total tackles, only 42 solos and 41 assisted, 16 tackles, 14.5 sacks. Oh no, the goat's falling off. Two fumbles. Oh no, he missed. That's why he sucked. He missed 4 games. Okay. He only played 13 games, so he's not washed. He just got hurt, which he has 99 injuries, so don't really know why that happened, if I'm going to be honest. And in his first year with the Panthers, Devian Galladay is actually going to lead the Panthers to a Super Bowl against the Colts. I got to see, is he injured actually? I hope he's not injured. If he is injured, I might not be able to. Okay, no, he isn't injured. So let's see. Does he go out with a bang and win a Super Bowl and then retire? That would be aura. I don't know what that... Actually, no, I do know what that means. I don't know why I say I don't know what that means. I very much know what they mean. And here we are. We're actually in the Vikings stadium, so they're actually... Oh, I went to the celebrations. Okay, I do not want that. I just want to simulate the entire game. Let's see if he can get it to the 2040s. But anyway, you're starting the game. We're going to go up 3-0 early, 3-3. Very low scoring one. We got Devian Galladay on defense. That's not surprising. But 9-6 is only field goals so far. 9-6 is going to be the third quarter score, first of all, and the second score. Oh my gosh, that's going to be the end of the game. The Super Bowl is only going to be field goals as the Panthers are going to be winning it over the Colts 12-6. For some reason, I thought we were playing the Vikings, and that's when I realized Vikings and Panthers are both in the NFC, so that wouldn't make sense at all. And we're also playing the Colts, so I don't know where I got the Vikings from. Maybe it's because I'm thinking of like surprise teams, like how the Vikings were like 15-2 last year, and the Colts are like 7-2 or like 8-2 this year. They just beat the Chiefs, I'm pretty sure, in real life. But anyway, yeah. Which, by the way, the Colts are frauds, okay? I know it. I know the Colts are frauds. They're not going to be good next year. Trust me, they are not. Daniel Jones is a fraud, okay? Trust me. It's probably not going to be accurate. I'm probably going to look super, very stupid, dumb guy, but whatever here. Let's take a look at Devian Galladay's stats and potentially his last career game, first of all. Going out with aura, as I said, and as the kids say, with 8 total tackles, 4 solo and assist tackles, 2 TFLs, and 2 sacks. Going out with even more aura. He's got his best Super Bowl game yet, which this is actually his second Super Bowl of the video, not his third, but for the first time in 12 years, Defensive Player of the Year would not go to Devian Galladay, but it wouldn't matter. He would win Super Bowl MVP, so he proved the guys that if he wasn't injured, if it wasn't for his dang pinky, he would have been the best player ever this season, but he's not going to retire. We're going to be seeing the 2040s, and the Rams would end up going 12-5 this season, 3rd seed in the NFC, and would you look at that? A familiar opponent in the Lions. We're going to be playing them in the first round. They are the 6th seed. Also, I said the Rams instead of the Panthers on accident, but who cares? Devian Galladay, 108 tackles, 66 solo tackles, 42 assisted tackles, not solo tackles, 20 TFLs, 26 sacks. This dude's having down years left and right, and you know what I was going to say anyway. 2 fumbles. You already know what I'm going to say. I say the same 15 things like every season. Unfortunately, I guess we just suck against the Lions. They're going to take us down 27-24. It's going to be the Vikings and the Raiders in the Super Bowl, though. And the Raiders are going to end up winning the Super Bowl as the Vikings 14-6. And Devian Galladay takes back his record for most, what would it be called? Defensive Player of the Years in a season, or in a career, I mean. But anyway, he is not going to retire. We are going to be seeing another year of Devian Galladay football. And Devian will be leaving the Carolina Panthers again. Or did he just go down in development? No, he did not. Okay, now let's see where he ends up going. Please don't be on the Vikings, which, I mean, I don't care if you be on the Vikings or not. I just don't want to spoil this surprise. But he is going to be going to the Miami Dolphins. Bro's just going anywhere at this point. But wearing a number 94, that's another number that I'm like not sure about. 94 is still kind of cool though. So he's going to end up signing a 2-year deal worth $46.7 million. 6-7. Am I right, fellow kids? Right, guys? Right, guys? Right, guys? The Dolphins would end up going 12-5. Another good season for Devian Galladay. We're going to be playing the divisional rivals, the Bills, in the first round. I think they're the 3rd seed. We're the 6th seed. I've honestly lost track of everything at this point. I'm just trying to get this video over with. No, I'm not. But anyway, 96 total tackles from Devian Galladay, 59 solo, 37 assisted tackles, 20 TFLs, 22.5 sacks, but no fumbles for like the first time ever. But he also got a block kick, so that's pretty cool. But this could be as possible last year. So let's see if we can make a Super Bowl this last year. 3 Super Bowls with 3 different teams would low-key be aura, as the kids call it. Unfortunately, the Bills are going to eliminate us in the wild card round, as they're going to beat us 19-17. It's going to be the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl, as we beat the Indianapolis Colts already. We have $6.7 million in cap. You like see like the numbers 6 and 7 way more, like 6 and 7 together, way more than you think you would. It's like, it's so weird, like how that just like became a thing. Devian Galladay would end up winning Defensive Player of the Year, though. Again, 2 years in a row. What would this be? 14th of his career? But anyway, the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl over the Colts 20-17. And now, let's see if he actually retires this time at the age of 36. He is going to retire after 16 years in the league. Devian Galladay is going to retire at 2041. So let's get into his career stats. Obviously, I feel like he's going to break every defensive record ever for defensive linemen, that is. And I am excited to see this. Devian Galladay, 1,789 tackles. We'll just say it's 1,800, but 1,093 solo tackles. We'll just say 1.1K. 700 assist tackles, 696 actually, but whatever. 320 TFLs. That is almost 200 more than the second guy up, who also has 10 years experience, so he has a 6-year advantage over him. But 425 sacks. He got a pick randomly. He just got a pick. I wanna like see that. I love when like D linemen get picks. It's funny to see, especially when they're big. And we had 9 pass deflections, 22 forced fumbled. The guy most of them, Dom Seppier, had 9 on his career. He's playing for 14 years, so very impressive there. He had 2 block kicks, 3 safeties. Didn't get a single touchdown defensively, but 263 games played with the Panthers, the Dolphins, and why can't I think of who drafted me? What is going on with my brain right now? Why can't I think of who he drafted? Anyway, here, I'll think of it. I'll remember it. I don't know how I'm not remembering it. It's like 10 p.m. right now, and I use melatonin to sleep because I like waking up early in the morning, and somehow that works. I'm going to stop yapping. But anyway, Galladay would lead the league in sacks for career, 425. As for a season, in a single season, he got 41 in 2037. 41 on the dot, by the way, not 41 and a half. But in a game, he ended up having, or no, he did not break any records. Okay, not in a game. In a rookie season, he did break the rookie season sack records in 2026 with 21. And in a rookie game, he didn't break any records there, unfortunately. What about for the Rams? That was the team he got drafted by. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But yeah, obviously he would have the career sacks record, the season sacks record. In a game, he actually broke that for the Rams. He had 6. Surprisingly, Aaron Darnold, he actually broke his record, but he also broke a rookie season record with 21, rookie game record. Of course, he would break that if he broke the career record with 4. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. It was a banger. And yeah, if you want to see more bangers, first of all, go watch the rest of this series. And you did not hear that voice crack, but yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, goodbye.